Hey, what's up, guys? Once again, Down to Earth Sports. Happy Easter, everybody. Got my Reese candies. About to get busy with them. Oops, boom. Reese need to go ahead pay me an endorsement deal. Happy Easter, everybody. We're going to talk about these March Madness men's Sweet 16. So let's get started with it. There's some tough games that came on, too. So go ahead and lead it off.
All right, so the first game for the Sweet 16, we had the 1 seed UConn and 5 seed San Diego State. UConn scoring for the win of 82-52.
UConn, man. I don't know what to say about UConn, man. They just beating teams down, man. UConn trying to get it back in there, man. UConn's been playing lights out, and they winning all their games. I'm watching it from double figures. Man, they looking deadly. They looking to do what Florida did back in 07 and 06 and repeat, man.
Mm-hmm. And Sanago had 17 points and 10 rebounds.
Who?
Sanago. Yeah.
Sanago.
Yeah, and Tristan Newton had 19 points and 10 rebounds. Now, both players did have a double-double.
Okay, yeah, that's a beast.
Yeah, UConn became the 15th since the bracket expanded in 1985 to win all 6 of the NCAA tournament games by double digits on the way to the championship.
That's a tough stat line.
Yep, definitely.
So we got next. So we got UConn advancing to that Elite Eight, y'all. You got Husky. They was favored to win this March Madness, so that's why I had them winning it all, like a lot of other people.
Yes, I got UConn as well.
Okay, the next matchup is Illinois and Iowa State.
All right, so we got 3-seed Illinois versus 2-seed Iowa State. Illinois winning at 72. Defeated Iowa State with the 69.
Hang on.
No,
Illinois defeated Iowa State. Illinois defeated Iowa State 72-69.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, but so T. Shannon Jr. scored 29 points. Illinois shot only 42% from the field, but held Iowa State at 39% shooting and forced 7 turnovers.
Turnovers. Illinois, man, it was number 1 offense versus number 1 defense, and Iowa State just shot horribly, man. They outshot, and then Illinois defense stepped up for a team to be not top 75 in defense. Illinois, they had Iowa State shooting horribly out there, So, and like I said, Terrence Shannon, he got busy,
Yeah, Iowa State was ranked number 1 in defense. So
defense, yeah, they were. But they say defense win games, but defense can't win games if you're shooting horribly, So that'll lose you all type of games.
Yeah, Iowa State Curtis Jones scored 26 points, and Keyshawn Gilbert had 14 points for Iowa State.
So we got UConn and we got Illinois in that Elite Eight game that comes on. What time is it right now? It comes on 30 minutes, guys. So, it's been a nice run for Illinois. I don't think, even though Illinois is playing lights out offense, I still think UConn is going to take it into this Final Four tonight. So UConn's going to be the first team and first number 1 seed to get in this Final Four this year, man. Like I said, they're playing hungry basketball. Killigan and Terrence Newman, man, they returned back, man, and they picking up where they left off last year. Now we got the next rounds. We got in the West region. We had number 4 Alabama versus number 1 North Carolina. And number 1 seed North Carolina finally got put out, man. They're the first one who got put out. Alabama defeated North Carolina 89-67. It was a very, very tight game, guys. I mean, I know in the second half when I started watching it, it just kept going. It was like Alabama was down 5. They tied up, now they up 5. And North Carolina, they tied it up and went 5, So it was a lot of back and forth, man. But yeah, Alabama's been playing lights out on offense, man. Other than the game they had against Grand Canyon, they've been balling, man. Grant Nelson, he finished the season high, 24 points, 12 rebounds. Ryan Griffin, He had 19 points, timed his career high, and he had 5 3-pointers. He busted him, man. But all right, you got to make threes win these damn tournament games.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Estrada, he also scored 19 points, and Shears had 18 points, man. So they had 4 starters with 18 or more points. That right there tell you, you know what I'm saying, the Tar Heels, you know, Baycott, he finished with 19 points, 12 rebounds. But, you know, like I said before, it came down to them final minutes, man, and Alabama pulled it off. So Alabama's in a Elite Eight, and they're going to be playing tonight, too, at 8:39, and their opponent is going to be it's going to be Clemson, y'all. Because number 6 Clemson had defeated number 2 seed Arizona 77-72. Clemson, man, is, you know, even though they were a 6 seed, they playing like a Cinderella. You know, I know people mention NC State, but I don't think, you know, not that many people had Clemson making it this far. You know, looking at the ESPN bracket, someone had all these Elite Eight teams right. I can't believe it. Someone actually had Alabama facing Clemson, man. But Clemson reaches the Elite Eight for the first time since 1980. You know, Chase Hunter, you know, he had 18 points. P.J. Hall added 17 points. Man, they've been a good 1-2 tandem. You know, Clemson seeking their first Final Four appearance in school history. So let's see if they can get it done, man. But like I said, with Arizona, man, once again, they just shot horribly. And that's why I don't trust Arizona, man. That was my Final Four team. But man, you know, Jaden Bradley, he had 18 points. You know, Umar Ballo had 15, and Caleb Love had 13 points. But Arizona went on a 5. They went 5 for 28 from 3-point range, man. They shot 18% behind the arc. You can't win games like that. Arizona has lost to a team seeded at least 4 spots below them in each of their last 6 NCAA tournament appearances. That's the longest streak by any team since seeding began in 1979, man. So not only is Arizona losing these tournaments, they're losing the teams that are underseeded by them, man, by 4. You know, that's why I don't trust the Wildcats, man. They let me down every year. They let me down again, man. I need to get my Kleenex right here, man, because I feel like crying right now, man. My Final Four team out of here, messing around and stuff, man. But so then we got tonight, like I said, I think they play 8:40, Clemson and Alabama. That's gonna be a real good game, man, right there. You know, I want to see Shears going against Chase Hunter, man. It's gonna be a battle, man. Alabama, these are 2 great offensive teams, you know, along with Illinois. But like I said, I think UConn gonna take Illinois out. But this Clemson Alabama game should be real exciting tonight. So now we're gonna go over to the South region, and we're gonna talk about another number 1 seed that couldn't succeed.
Yeah, so we got 4 seed Duke versus 1 seed Houston. Duke had 54 and defeated Houston by they had 54 and Houston had 51. Kyle Filipowski had 16 points and 9 rebounds.
Filipowski, yeah. McCain had a bad game, and they barely beat Houston. You know, I felt like because Shed got hurt, and Houston still lost by 3 points. You know, so that goes to show you, man. You know, injuries can change the outcome of a game. You know, now I got Duke as a Final Four team of mine, but I was nervous, man. You know what I'm saying? But they pulled it off. But you know, we'll take it. Injuries, we'll take it. You know.
Yeah, I had Houston.
Yeah. All the ones. You ain't lost Houston.
Yeah.
Both got 2 Final Four teams out.
Yeah. So Jeremy. Is that Roach?
Yeah, Roach. Yeah,
He scored all 14 points after halftime.
Jeremy Roach was beasting, man. In the second half, I was like, "Come on, Roach, hit!" Roach was hitting some critical mid ranges, man.
Yeah. Shed left the game. This is Houston. Left the game in the first half with 6:38 remaining with an ankle injury. So that was unfortunate. Duke never had led by more than 6 points. So
I mean, that's how tight that was a very low scoring game. 54-51. Both teams, you know, they weren't shooting well, man. But like I said, it was one of those gritty games, and like I said, Duke pulled it out. You know, now Duke gonna have to play. You know what I'm saying? Rematch of the ACC tournament game against NC State. Ooh, it's gonna be rough. So tomorrow on Sunday.
All right, so we got 11 seed North NC State versus 2 seed Marquette. NC State leading with 67, Marquette 58.
Hang on, what's the score? NC State
Yes,
defeated Marquette 67-58. All right.
Yeah. So DJ Horn scored 19 points. Casey Marcel added 15 points, and Dyra had 11 points and 15 rebounds for NC State. Marquette went on a 4 of 31 from 3-point range. And
that's horrible, man.
Yeah, and they shot 33.3% actually.
Same thing with
overall.
Arizona. You shooting 4 from 31. That's bad.
Yeah.
And Marquette good, so Kolek try to do what he do, man. But Marquette's another team I don't trust in the tournament. Like I said, I think the farthest they made it from, I'm sure they probably made it 4 out. I remember when D Wade was playing with them back in 2003, 2002. They went to that Elite Eight, man. But yeah, Marquette, they don't make them threes, man. It's gonna be a long night for them, and that's what it was. And DJ Burns didn't even have a good game. I mean, he had 4.7 rebounds. So Burns, but it's present still, though, but NC State, they the 11 seed, man. They got it done.
Yeah, for Marquette, though, Cam Jones scored 20 points, and Tyler Kolek had 17 points and 10 rebounds. So, yeah. Too bad they didn't win.
So, yeah, now we got that Duke-NC State matchup that's coming on Easter Sunday. I got Duke taking it, man. Duke, Duke's my Final Four team. So I'm trying to stay alive. I'm trying to stay alive like the BGs, man. But NC State gonna be a problem. NC State, they rough. They already done beat Duke in the ACC tournament. So can they do it again? Can NC State? They making that same run they did when they won back in the 80s, man. So 40 years later, they getting it popping, man. So now we're gonna go to the Midwest and things like that. We had number 1 seed Purdue versus number 5 Gonzaga. And these guys knocked out my Final Four team, man. I had Gonzaga because I don't trust nobody in that Midwest, man. I'm telling you, man. Whereas Purdue, Gonzaga, Kansas, Creighton, Texas, and Tennessee, they all burnt me. They done burnt me since before in the past, man. So I played devil's advocate. I went with Gonzaga. Purdue lost a 16 seed team last year. It only happened twice in NCAA history, so that's why I couldn't trust Purdue. But man, Zach Edey, man, showed out again, man. Like I said, Purdue defeated Gonzaga 80-68. Zach Edey had 25 points, 14 rebounds. This is his third double-double, man, and like 20 and more. Lance Jones and Braden Smith added 13 points apiece, and Braden Smith, man, 5 steals. Purdue shot over 50% from the field in the second half. It was, because Gonzaga was winning at halftime. Gonzaga was actually up at halftime, I think by like 4 points, man. But like I said before, man, Purdue, I felt like they were playing scary in that second half. If you're gonna take it to Edey, you gotta take it to him, man. You can't be hesitating. You gotta force them getting fouls.
Scared of Edey.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, congratulations, Purdue, man. They made it to the Elite Eight, and they're gonna play the winners of Tennessee and Creighton. Another disappointing game for me. But number 2 seed Tennessee defeated number 3 seed Creighton 82-75, man. And once again, Creighton, man, they guards, were just getting dominated, man, by Tennessee guards. And that's what the game was for real. Tennessee guards was pushing back, man. Ashford and them was too little. So you got Dalton Nitch. He had 24 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Zakai Ziegel, he had 18 points, 6 assists. And Hosea Jordan James had scored 17 points, man. Now, second half, this was a tight game. I think it was tied. I think Creighton was up 1, something like that. But entering the second half, Tennessee went on an 18-0 run. I'm like, oh my goodness, Craig, what are you doing? Give it to Shia, man. I was yelling at the team, give it to Shia, man. But then, they Creighton bounced back, man. Then they went on a 27 run. So Creighton, got it close. They got down by like 6 or 7, man. But man, Tennessee been playing rough, man. Tennessee, man, I don't know what to say, man. I didn't have Tennessee making it 4, but see, I didn't watch any college basketball this year, so I didn't know that Texas old coach Jim Barnes was that coach. Rick Barnes. And he's got these guys in the Elite Eight, and they ready, man. You know, Brian Shireman for Creighton, he dropped 25 points, man. It was his senior year, so you know, Creighton couldn't get back in the Elite Eight after that upset loss to San Diego State last year. You know, so now we got Purdue and Tennessee. That's another rough matchup. It's gonna be on Sunday on Easter.
I can't wait for that game.
Yeah, Purdue, Edie, and man, Tennessee got some ballers, man. So that's they're not gonna play like Creighton, man. They gonna take it to Edie. They're not gonna be afraid to lay the ball up, even dunk, man. You just can't go in the cup and try to do floaters because you're afraid what Edie gonna do, man. And Edie, he a beast. He smelled it. He smelled blood in the water, man. And that guy's motivated, man. He's looking crazy dangerous, man. Because most likely he's looking like my wife might be right with the UConn Purdue. So that's what she has in the championship. I got UConn and Duke and they looking a little shaky, Because even if they get past NC State, I don't see Duke beating Tennessee or Tennessee or Purdue. But I got them there, so let's go Blue Devils. So like I said, in the next 30 minutes we're gonna have UConn facing Illinois, and then 8:30 we're gonna have Clemson and Alabama. Tomorrow we got Duke playing NC State, the repeat of the ACC championship game, and then we're gonna have Purdue and Tennessee, the 1-2 seed. So it's 2 number ones left, man. And another thing, Tennessee was the last 2 seed because all the other 2 seeds lost in the Sweet 16. Arizona let me down. I didn't have Marquette, so Marquette loss was big for me. Marquette, they was a 2, got thumped, and Iowa State got thumped. So we're going to be back on live again probably Monday or Tuesday. We're going to talk about the women's Sweet 16. I watched LSU get busy today with UCLA. That was a great game. Caitlin Clark, I'm sure they game's closing out. She's showing out like usual. So I'm just excited to watch Juju Watkins, USC, see what they do, man. So, and UConn with Paige Becker, but that's a lady side, man. I'm excited for the men's and the women, man. They both, they're showing out this year. So that's our report for the Sweet 16 for NCAA men's basketball. It's Down Over Sports, and we out. Peace. Anthem my Easter. Happy Easter again. To the kids, make sure y'all find them eggs, okay? Find them Easter eggs.